years ago. I just started using it over the last 6 months and been getting some really good results with my pupils, especially for people with club face issues. Let's say they're flipping it, open club faces on the way back, scooping, so beginners that scoop the ball, and for people with swing plane issues, either on the back swing or the downswing. Let's address the scooping issues first. Golf to beginners, you know, they come in, they'll pick up a club with loft on, so immediately that's confusing to a beginner. Secondly, the task is to get the ball in the air, and suddenly they're all sort of leaning back on their back foot and scooping the ball up with their wrist. Very common, like 80% of beginners will do that. Once you give them the hammer and just explain to them that the task is not to get the ball in the air, so I'll start with the task of laying a shaft on the ground and just tell them to imagine that they've got a hammer in their hand, and the task is just to hammer a nail either forwards or slightly downwards with the hammer. Once they can achieve that task, what you'll see is immediately they're getting into a better impact position, they're getting the weight more onto their lead foot. I'll just then get them to take that feeling into the ball. The task again is not to get the ball in the air with the golf hammer, it's just to hit it along the ground. So we'll come in, set up, hit the shot along the ground like so. Once again, great forward shaft lean, nice impact position, and then from there we'll just graduate, put the golf club in their hand and tell them to imagine that they're still holding this and that the task is to still get it along the ground, but this time obviously with the golf club having some loft on it, that will then get the golf ball in the air. So typically I can fix someone who's scooping it with one of these in an hour, whereas before without one it would take me sort of 6 or 7 hours before I could get it into someone's head, you know, what the task was. So great for scoopers. Swing plane stuff. Let's say again we've got the golf hammer in our hand, immediately we're going to be swinging back on the correct plane, up and down on the correct plane if that task is to hammer the nail. You know, if you're trying to hammer a nail and you're swinging inside to out, that would immediately cure that fault. If you're coming over the top, if you're trying to hammer a nail, you wouldn't come over the top because I'd be hammering the nail off at an angle. Okay, so for people with swing plane issues, coming over the top, again, great tool, great tool. Finally, for better players, let's say people that flip the club, people with open club faces, again, it's a nice tool. It just heightens the awareness of where the club face is in relation to the swing path and to the nail on impact. So this was a real good one for me. I had a 2 conventional grip. So my grip was, I was taught the conventional grip, but that's not the right grip for everyone. So I was taught the conventional grip, and what happened was that my club face used to open on the backswing, and then from here I had to flip it closed on the way through, and my bad shot was always a pull. So with the hammer, what this did is it just, when I was thinking about hammering a nail, it made me want to set up with a stronger golf grip. And as I swung back, I could immediately sense that that club face was more square to the path, and I knew that it would be more square to the nail when coming down and hitting the ball. Immediately I lost my flipping motion, and my direction of the golf ball that I've been hitting now has been a lot straighter probably for the last 6 months. So great tool. Give it a go. You can get it on our website now as well, www.thehammerswing.com. If one of those problems sets alarm bells off in your head, then I highly recommend you get one. If you like what you've just seen, please click on the like button or visit us at our website, www.bdgolf.tv.